up, family? I'm Mariah.
It's your boy Kyle.
And we are
the
Sanders Party of Two. Welcome to Bag Management,
where we show you how to manage the bag. Today, we're going to give you 4 tips on how to get ahead with your finances.
And we want you to understand that these tips are for any income level. It doesn't matter how much money you make, you can do this too. Tip number 1, separate your checking accounts. We have 2 accounts. We have a spending account and a bill account. So when we get paid, all of our money goes into our bills account. From there, we pull out the money that we will allow ourselves to spend for this pay period. So it's really helpful because we're not penny pinching or nervous to spend money that we might not have, because all the money in our spending account is for that, spending. You know how like when you pay bills, the money doesn't come out automatically? Like sometimes you have to wait 2 or 3 days. So you might accidentally spend money because you checked your account and you saw $100 there, but the $80 for your phone bill hasn't really come out yet. So that's why it's important to have separate accounts. Your bill money and your spending money should always be separate, so that way the bills can come out whenever they're supposed to, and you can spend money whenever you like, as long as you have money in your spending account. Make sense?
Makes sense to me. So tip number 2, it's important to track every dollar that comes out of your account so you can stay organized within your finances. You want to make sure that the money that's coming out of your account is going to the bills that you're actually using. Sometimes that we have subscriptions that we subscribe to that we don't really use anymore. So you need to take a close look at your finances and make sure you're looking at every dollar that comes out, so you're being concise and not just throwing money away.
Yes, and you could do that by using a budget. So if you use a budget, you're able to see exactly how much money you have coming in your income, and also how much money is leaving your account. How much money are you spending on living expenses? How much money are you spending on things that maybe aren't necessary, like your cell phone bill, your car insurance? So by budgeting your money, you're able to clearly see where all of your money is going every single month.
Yeah, so there's a couple different apps or tools that you can use to help you with this. We use Mint.com, EveryDollar, and Truebill. So these will help you keep track of your finances and give you a great idea of what's coming in and coming out of your account, and how much you're spending.
Yeah, so we'll leave a link to these 3 resources in the description below. Try them out and let us know if they work for you.
Definitely.
Tip number 3, open an online savings account. Now, aside from making sure that you have separate checking accounts for your bills and your spending money, as well as maybe organizing your expenses, you also want to make sure that you're putting money away. Every time that you get paid, you should be allocating money, or like, as I like to say, you should be paying yourself every single time you get paid. So the best way that we believe you can do this is by opening an online savings account. Why? Well, because if you open a savings account with your bank, the interest rate is probably like 0.09 or 0.01. It's really, really low. So maybe you're making like 1 cent per month on your savings, and that's just not good. So if you want to maximize your return on your savings account, then you could do this by opening a high yield savings account online. We personally use Synchrony for our high yield online savings account. You can also use Marcus by Goldman Sachs. You can use Ally, and we'll link a few of these below in the description so that you can check them out for yourselves. But the key difference is that these high yield savings accounts have higher interest rates. So like 1.5 or 1.6 or 1.7 or even 2%. So you're getting a return on the money that you're just allowing to sit there and save. Some people like to think that if I'm putting my money in an online savings account, then maybe it's not that easy to access. Well, one, that's a good thing because when we used to have our savings account connected to our checking account through the same bank, we would literally just pull money out of our savings account all the time. It's like, oh, I need $10. Let me pull from my savings account, right?
And your savings account should be your emergency fund. So you shouldn't be pulling from that all the time anyway, only when you have an emergency.
Yes. Now, if there is an emergency, the good news is that it only takes about 2 or 3 days for you to transfer money from your online savings account to your actual checking account. So that isn't too big of an issue, right? Another thing that Kyle and I swear by, Twine.
Oh yeah.
Twine helped us save for our apartment. Twine is helping us now save for our first home. And Twine is an app that we use that allows the both of us to save together. So we definitely relied on this more so when we were dating because we didn't have the same checking account.
Yeah.
So he was able to contribute to it and I was able to contribute to it. And they also have a pretty good interest rate. So you're also making money from your savings as well.
Yeah, and we love Twine because it's a team effort.
Mhm.
We were trying to save money in both our separate accounts, but it gives us this team effort that just pushes us towards our goal.
Yeah, so saving is key, one, and using an online high yield savings account will really help maximize your return. And also make sure that you're using powerful resources like Twine that will help you to reach your goals a lot faster.
So tip number 4, lower your expenses. You can do this by canceling subscriptions. Yeah, you know, the ones that you found while you were organizing your account? Yeah, those.
Tip number 2.
And you can also shop around with car insurance, cell phone, and internet service. Mariah and I, we saved a bunch of money on our car insurance by switching to Geico. No, I'm just playing.
We did, but
we saved a bunch of money by just shopping around on our car insurance, figuring out who had the best deal for us and who's willing to work with us.
Yep.
We also shopped around with our cell phone bill and just trying to find the best service for us and with the best price. And you should do this all the time. I know it's tedious. I know it may get on your nerves, but
we know you want to be loyal.
yeah, that too. But it will save you a bunch of money each month. Mariah and I, we saved about $200 a month by just shopping around and trying to figure out who had the best deal for us. So that's a great way to lower your expenses.
And get ahead with your finances.
Absolutely.
So, to summarize, how to get ahead with your finances. Tip number 1, separate your checking accounts.
Tip number 2, track every dollar.
Tip number 3, open an online savings account.
And tip number 4, lower your expenses.
And that is how you get ahead with your finances.
If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
And definitely leave us a comment below and let us know what you thought about these 4 tips and whether or not they helped you get ahead with your finances.
This is Santa's Party 2, and we out.